psychotherapy.
It's amazing. What state of mind were we in to face extinction and simply shrug it off? Quick response, Guy, or a long response?
So I hadn't seen the movie before, and I've seen a lot of these kinds of movies. I read on the DVD that this was an inconvenient truth with soul, and it's really not. I mean, it's nothing like Al Gore's movie, The Inconvenient Truth. It really addresses much harder issues. I do agree with Akhona that global warming is the ultimate environmental lesson, and possibly the last one that we are going to have a chance of learning from. But the hard thing about this movie is that it really puts its finger on what the real issues are. And it's not an environmental issue. This is an issue of macroeconomics, an issue of behavioral economics, and an issue of what is fair globally around carbon space. And what worries me is that the world is only now starting to come to terms with talking about these issues. The Kyoto Protocol was really a really light entry into this whole debate, and the rubber is really hitting the road now with the international negotiations. But according to the movie, we don't have a lot of time, and according to the science, we don't have a lot of time. So it's very late to be really starting to engage with the substance. Very late, and the later we leave it, the harder it is to answer the question, what is fair? I was very concerned to pick up a journal, the journal Science, one of the latest issues, and it has a report about coral reef bleaching, which is now going on, is getting even worse. There's another event occurring in reefs that are only just starting to recover from the 1998 coral reef bleaching event. In the chapter that I co-led for the IPCC on ecosystems, we identified coral reefs as probably one of the first systems that would show significantly adverse effects under continued global warming. So, but we wouldn't have predicted this soon. So I'm very aware of the urgency of this whole thing, but we need different skills to be telling us how to get ourselves out of this mess, and these are skills around economics, behavioral economics, macroeconomics, and diplomacy and other things. But so that's my initial comments.
Thanks, Guy. I was at a conference in Sweden, and the gentleman after the conference said, do we know what's happening? And the answer is probably. And do we know how to stop it? And the answer is probably. And are we going to do anything about it? And the answer is probably not.